Story 1. My personality is that of a sweetheart. I am kind and independent. I am always there for others, no matter what is happening with me. I am empathetic, have a bubbly personality, and enjoy making others laugh and smile. Story 2. I value my morals and strive to be kind to everyone. I want each person to feel valid, loved, and treated fairly. I cannot bring myself to steal, and I do my best to respect everyone, making them feel powerful and deserving of life's wonderful things. Most importantly, I do not judge a book by its cover. I can never know what someone else might be going through, so it is not my right to judge or assume. If a person appears sketchy on the street at night while I am nearby, I won't bother them, be afraid, or judge them. They could be facing challenges, such as losing their career due to a personal tragedy, and I cannot make assumptions. I appreciate these qualities about myself and wish to love others as I want to be loved. Story 3. My ambition, resilience, and empathy stem from my exposure to various parts of the world and my understanding of different cultures. Story 4. I can start a conversation with just about anyone. Over the years, I have chatted with murderers, politicians, diplomats, sex workers, academics, a Nobel Prize winner, heroin addicts, alcoholics, and surgeons. The list goes on. Story 5. I have had to deal with a disability but still became the most successful person in my family and friend group by far. Story 6. I appreciate my self-awareness in recognizing that I am in a cult. I choose to leave, overcome resistance, heal, grow, thrive, and support others in doing the same. I am not sure what to call that, but I take pride in it. Story 7. Personality. I appreciate my empathetic and nurturing nature. Looks. I love my body shape and clear skin the most. Story 8. I possess intelligence, a good memory, a pleasant personality, empathy, and kindness. I can also be sweet when I choose to be. Regarding my physical appearance, I have nothing notable to mention. Story 9. I can play the trumpet so well that people who don't know I can do it are surprised, looking for an actual trumpet. Story 10. My sense of humor and intelligence not only make me laugh, but also those around me. Laughter can save your soul. Story 11. I am a good listener. I kind of have to be because I am a suicide counselor. Also, I like my hair. Story 12. I have a mostly fantastic face and head. I have prominent cheekbones, a full beard, a perfect hairline, thick hair, and no wrinkles. I am turning 30 this year. I consider myself lucky in this regard, but I have many physical and mental flaws that keep my ego in check. Story 13. I go through periods of indifference, which feels great because anxiety and intense emotions are overwhelming. I just wish that period could last longer. Story 14. Work ethic is important, but it is essential to know when to take a step back and enjoy the moment. I also prioritize ensuring that my dogs know they are loved. Story 15. I have always appreciated my intelligence. While things come easily to me, it can also feel like a curse because I have been undiagnosed with a condition. Psychiatrists tested me when I was young, but they never provided a conclusive diagnosis, only that I might have certain signs. As a result, I struggle with concentration. This trade-off explains why I excel in sciences but find history, literature, and languages more challenging. Story 16. My attitude is one of determination mixed with love. Basically, I say, "You come with me. Let's take over the world." Story 17. Try hard to maintain a pure heart. I ensure that I never wish negativity on anyone who has harmed me in the past. Story 18. My growth as a person has transformed me from someone who lacked confidence to a strong individual who can command attention and respect. Story 19. The way I am able to truly feel people's pain helps me to understand or at least put myself in their shoes. Story 20. Everything. I am smart, funny, opinionated, independent, and I date confidently. What is not to love? Story 21. I am emotionally intelligent, a good listener, sometimes funny, gentle, and nice. I can't believe strangers don't recognize this because I can be shy and awkward at times. Story 22. When I overcome a problem or start succeeding at learning something, I love that feeling. I appreciate the joy that comes from my progress. Story 23. My resourcefulness allows me to create tools from nearby objects when I encounter obstacles. I have strong communication skills and can read and understand people well. I am adept at moving unnoticed, enabling me to blend in or sneak past others if needed. My drawing ability and durability have developed over time. Thanks to my experiences and challenges during childhood, I have become resilient. Even if I do face physical confrontations, I am likely to walk away mostly unharmed. Story 24. My positive outlook on life or unfortunate situations is important. There are days when I am not as positive, but for the most part, it is easy for me to be a glass-half-full person. Story 25. I love this comment box and all the comments here. In a world where people choose not to care, these individuals do care. That is what I aspire to do as well. It doesn't always benefit me, but nevertheless, I will keep doing it. Story 26. Despite being treated poorly in the past, I do not hold it against new people I meet. I have never fallen into bitterness and remain open to love again. Story 27. My love for animals and nature is strong. I have never eaten meat in my life, and I do not impose my opinions on others or judge anyone based on their dietary choices. Story 28. My personality, hair, face, and body. I always strive to ensure everything is perfect. Story 29. My confidence is likely greater than anyone who has ever made a joke about insecurity. These comments are not real, like mythical creatures or a three-party political system, and are key signs of people projecting their easily readable insecurities. I embrace my confidence and resilience, which complement my strong character and mental strength over most others. Story 30. Nothing, actually nothing. I tried to find something I like about myself, but no, I hate myself so much. Story 31. I am smart, quick, fast, and safe. I dislike sloppiness and slow individuals, particularly those who walk and talk slowly. Story 32. I like how I can keep things calm even in awkward situations. It makes life much easier when you can just go with the flow. Story 33. I think I handle emotions well. At least I don't walk around with something on my shoulder. Just because my wife and I have an argument before I go to work doesn't mean I need to show that I'm in a bad mood at work, and vice versa. I find that extremely childish. Story 34. I appreciate that I do not react too quickly. Instead, I choose to give others the benefit of the doubt. They may not have meant it the way I initially thought, so I prefer to ask questions and seek clarity before making assumptions. Story 35. I am not very skilled in many areas, but I do not give up. I enjoy stepping outside my comfort zone, and I learn quickly. Story 36. My observation skills and attention to detail may seem unremarkable, but many people lack awareness and are often oblivious to their surroundings. Story 37. I will end the coldness within this family. The narcissistic behaviors, the inability to reflect honestly, and acknowledge one's own faults must stop. I am a better person than those who raised me, and I will continue to be, regardless of all they have done to me. Story 38. I am fearless. I will be the first to ask a question or speak up if something doesn't make sense. I find myself humorous. Story 39. I strive to be the best person I can be, no matter the situation I am in. I am also extremely hardworking and determined to make my life worth living. Story 40. My butt. I also like to do small nice things without expecting anything in return. My favorite is bringing cute, mostly cat stickers to a party or festival and handing them out to people I meet. Story 41. I have unwavering principles. I will always do what is right. I will never intentionally harm anyone, and I always try to make every place I go a little better. Story 42. I realize I'm a flawed person trying to be good. It's freeing to know I have done and am capable of doing bad things, but striving to be good and do the right thing is better for myself and everyone around me. Story 43. I like to think that I am considerate of other people's feelings and circumstances at times. For some reason, that seems rare these days. Admittedly, I am not always perfect, but I try. Story 44. My way of being has changed significantly. I have conducted a self-examination and realized that I have become more selective about whom I allow into my life, including friends, relationships, and family. I have eliminated many friends who brought nothing positive to my life. If someone does not wish to engage with me, I simply walk away without saying a word. I no longer feel hurt by the thought of abandonment. It no longer bothers me. I have several goals now and I am focused on achieving them. I am building my own house and I am happy with that. I no longer expect anything from anyone. Story 45. I have good self-esteem and self-love. I appreciate my body after having 3 children and turning 30. I feel compassion for those who struggle to love themselves in the mirror. Story 46. Everything. I love being myself. I always have. To be honest, I can do anything as long as I'm with me. That's what I like most about myself. Story 47. I work diligently to provide for my family without needing assistance from others. It is satisfying to know that I am strong enough to support myself and others. It is hard work, but it is entirely worth it. Story 48. My curiosity and determination have stood me in good stead. It has wavered at times, but there is always a deep reserve to draw from. Story 49. I am skilled at making people feel appreciated. Simple compliments about small things go a long way, and I take pride in that quality. Story 50. I am open-minded about pursuing new things. Whether in sports or creative pursuits, at least I am trying them out, though it doesn't mean I will stick with all of them. Story 51. I am never a victim. I am a kind, honest, open, and caring person, but I have learned to stay a few steps ahead of those individuals or institutions that would exploit me or my loved ones. Understand the system, know the system, and navigate the system. Story 52. I am kind, forgiving, and fearless. Even though I have had a difficult past, I will always do what I can to understand another person's opinions and beliefs. Story 53. I always see past the reasons why people do what they do and try to understand them on a deeper level rather than judging them. Story 54. The immense healing I have allowed myself to experience demonstrates my perseverance. Mental health is significant. After 33 years of self-abuse, I am now 6 years into fostering a healthier mindset, developing baseline self-esteem, and learning self-compassion. I have also returned to making jewelry and creating art. I am grateful every day for my continued journey. Mental health is vital, and so am I. Story 55. I enjoy learning and refuse to be ignorant. I believe it is important to acquire new knowledge, whether it is a fact, skill, or hobby. Never let your passion for learning diminish. Story 56. How empathetic and altruistic I am, yet I place others so high above myself that it is starting to affect me negatively. Story 57. Everything. I am the whole package. That lady who said she's incredibly humble. Please don't downvote me. Bonus. I am funny too. Story 58. My eyes have garnered more recognition than anything else. They may be big, but I appreciate them the most. Story 59. I appreciate my ability to accomplish anything I set my mind to. Anything is possible in this life if you believe in yourself and remain consistent. Story 60. As someone who was often excluded as a child and teenager, I strive to be genuine and include others, whether in conversation or by offering a seat at the table if they seem lost. Story 61. Whenever someone tells me I cannot do something, I go out of my way to do it. Not just to prove them wrong, but to prove to myself how capable I am. Story 62. I am unsure whether to call it luck or intelligence. Since my birth, everything has eventually turned positive for me. I have escaped difficult situations, and some past events have led to positive outcomes in the present. I maintain a positive mindset, so even in the worst situations, I try to find the lessons. Story 63. I can easily make a good impression on people when we first meet. However, maintaining their affection is a different challenge. Story 64. There's nothing I excel in, but there's nothing I'm bad at either. I am very good at reading people. Story 65. I appreciate my talents. I believe I am creative and I love that about myself. I recently discovered that I have autism, which has provided me with a new perspective to embrace myself and my unique traits. Story 66. I am very accepting and not judgmental at all, which makes a lot of people comfortable around me. It makes me happy to be a safe space for many different individuals. Story 67. If you need any kind of detailed work done, I am your go-to person, such as in office administration, proofreading, and finance. Not car detailing. Story 68. I am a good person. My intentions are positive, and I see the goodness in people, despite having a history that would not preclude that. Story 69. As a middle school student and teenager, I acted inappropriately. I often said terrible things for shock value and didn't care who I hurt. I held extremely embarrassing views that I am ashamed to have ever thought or expressed. I am grateful that I grew up and recognized my wrongdoings, and I hope my daughter never encounters someone like my past self. Now, I strive to be kind to people and go out of my way to help both family and strangers. I hope to instill those values in my daughter. Story 70. I am kind, empathetic, caring, compassionate, and respectful. However, I have worked very hard to overcome my previous tendency to please others at all costs. I understand how to be a good person and treat others well, while also setting boundaries and recognizing my self-worth. Story 71. I am a natural automotive enthusiast from a young age, and I have made a significant amount of money fixing cars over the past 30 years. As a high school dropout who overcame a challenging attitude and battled drug addiction, I take pride in my journey. Story 72. My sense of wonder for everything the world has to offer results in a whimsical approach to the side quests life sends my way. Story 73. I have a big heart and have sometimes been too kind to people who do not always deserve it. However, I believe it is a good thing. Those individuals probably needed the kindness. Story 74. I have endless self-awareness. My therapist told me so, but it can be debilitating at times because it comes with doubts. Story 75. I am a good wife. This is important because I am in a triad with both a husband and a wife. I enjoy taking care of them and delighting them in small ways, such as making apple cinnamon pancakes for dinner when my wife was feeling sore after physical therapy and wanted pancakes. Story 76. I don't consider myself physically attractive, but wherever I've been since childhood, from different schools to neighborhoods to college to various coaching institutes to hostels to training centers and to a different city, I somehow managed to attract romantically interested girls at every place. I don't know how or why. Not every time did I seize the opportunity, but I am sure I could have had a relationship if I had pursued it. This has somewhat built my self-confidence with women. Story 77. Realizing I am above average by being average. I am simple. I work a normal job and pay my bills, and I have 2 kids. I enjoy watching television and sneaking extra naps. I really thought I was behind before I attended my high school reunion. I wish I knew what happened to those people. The number of individuals with serious drug problems who are still alive baffles me. Eventually, with most substances, the heart gives out by the late 30s or early 40s. I am one of the few people who did not get divorced, spend years in jail, pay child support, or go into debt due to poor decisions. Even my worst days seemed better than their best days. I felt conflicted about whether to take pride in myself or feel really bad for everyone else. Only 2 people in the entire crowd seemed fine and shared the same concerned look on their faces as I did. If you think you are average today, just know you are actually above average right now. Don't overcomplicate things like most of the others from 2008. Story 78. My appearance. After years of struggling with my confidence in my looks, I'm finally beginning to appreciate how I look. Story 79. I am calm even in stressful moments. However, some people do find it annoying at times. Story 80. I can speak sense to my friends. When it comes to my friends, I make it clear that I have no tolerance for nonsense. If you are in the wrong or doing something wrong, I will immediately let you know. I appreciate that this approach often works. Story 81. I'm not a fan of Trump, but I will be damned if he didn't word it best. I'm actually a lot more humble than most people think. Story 82. I like that I can easily make people laugh and smile without trying. I genuinely find things to appreciate about pretty much everyone, and I can make friends easily. Story 83. I believe I am very kind. While I struggle to be nice to myself or acknowledge positive traits, I recognize that people appreciate me and feel safe and comfortable around me. I avoid causing others negative feelings, and I am happy to be a nice person. Story 84. I am the untapped nice guy. If anyone asked me for help, I would do pretty much anything. However, no one does, so I have no responsibility to help. Kind of works out well since I am pretty lazy. Story 85. I have excellent manners. I am polite and kind to everyone and care a lot about my friends. I always make sure to be there for them. I am very patient and strive to please others. I can read people's emotions well and can tell when something is wrong. I love animals and treat all of them kindly. I cannot pretend to be happy when something is bothering me. Story 86. I am the opposite of a procrastinator. It is unfortunate that this is the only thing I can come up with, but oh well. Story 87. My memory, I guess. I am behind my classmates in terms of being smart in general, but throughout my life, I have consistently earned the highest grades on most exams. Do you want to know why that is? That's right, it is because of my great memory. Story 88. My persistence remains unwavering. No matter how tough or rough my life becomes, I always persevere, overcome challenges, and eventually thrive. Story 89. I am very easy to talk to, and I appreciate my knowledge gained from Reddit. Story 90. The way I view the world is through the lens of a master builder. I am familiar with almost every Lego piece ever made. When I observe things, I envision how I would construct them to be as accurate as possible. Story 91. I enjoy laughing about everything. It's a big joke, but I try not to overthink why I laugh. Sometimes it's an amazing laugh, sometimes it's ridiculous, but mostly it's friendly and fun. I appreciate the fact that I can leave at any moment. I design my life so I can step away from anything on short notice, distancing myself from things that prevent me from laughing and smiling at what I love. I value this question because, for once, I can reflect on what I like about myself instead of focusing on things I dislike. Story 92. I don't experience boredom. Literally, you could strap me to a chair for weeks, and I'll still just think about things. This drives my wife insane. Traffic jam? Cool. Everything is closed? Cool. Power is out? Cool. Story 93. I'm not sure what it is, but any machine that is broken or malfunctioning, I somehow know how to fix. If I don't, the things I try usually work. People who notice say I should probably become an engineer. I do a lot of programming, so maybe that has a lot to do with it. Story 94. My love for animals runs deep. I have gone without food before because I spent my money on cat food for the strays. We are technically not allowed to feed them, but I refuse to watch them starve due to a rule that was implemented after someone threatened to poison them. I take their food off the property and feed them. They follow me to their feeding spot, and it is so cute watching them run over for food and affection. I love it. Story 95. I've never really been mean to anyone unless they did something bad to me. I've never upset anyone on purpose or made them feel worse about themselves. Story 96. When I don't like something about my habits, I work hard to change it. As a result, I am very present in my body and life these days. This came about after a few years of depression, during which I felt lost and unsure of who I was. Through a commitment to mindfulness, I was able to come out of that suffering and incorporate healthier habits into my life. I am grateful to be myself. Story 97. I am not limited to my own perspective and actively seek out other viewpoints because I understand that I have the capacity to be wrong. Story 98. I'm patient, calm, and I still embrace my inner child. I also love my back arch. Practicing the cat-cow stretch every day improves my posture. Story 99. My resilience. I have gone through a lot, more than what someone my age probably should, but I am still here with a smile and 2 pets. I wouldn't trade my life for anything. Story 100. I appreciate my ability to notice small details and observe people. When I am in a group, I can sense if someone is uncomfortable, so I try to offer comfort. Additionally, I often notice things that others may be trying to hide because I am skilled at reading people's faces. Story 101. Just knowing my worth is why I never beg for someone to stay with me or to like me, because loving yourself first is more important. Story 102. I am very empathetic and genuinely care about other people and the well-being of the world, which is also why I feel quite indignant. Story 103. Something I like about myself is that I try to help others. I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to money, stocks, programming, and fitness. I aim to give my friends and others good advice. I have even tried to help some people get better jobs by teaching them how to program. I believe that being in a position to provide for others is the best feeling because I was once broke and lacked motivation, allowing me to empathize with those who feel the same way. Story 104. I can never stay mad at someone for long. I am a jack of all trades and a master of some. I absolutely love that about myself. Story 105. When I'm sad, depressed, or anxious, I don't show my emotions to others. It's surprising, but I can hide it from them. Story 106. My superpower is spending 1,000 reis in an hour and then surviving peacefully for 30 days with 0.00 reis. Story 107. In academic terms, I consider myself very average and not someone with a memorable face, so perhaps you can remember my name in class. However, I am very funny and have made many connections with professors because I always try to participate in studies in labs. Because of that, they offered me a job in the biology and biochemistry lab. I feel like I meet some of the most intelligent people at my university just by being myself. Story 108. My ability to care is important to me. I like to think I am quite compassionate, and while I sometimes fail to consider others, I do my best to understand and think of them. Story 109. Who said I like myself? Jokes aside, I appreciate my determination to do hard things, like learning a new language, which is very challenging. I value my intelligence and kindness, and I enjoy making people smile, whether through my humorous English, my amusing accent, or a funny joke. I love seeing others happy. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.